Welcome back to my channel. The year 2016 marked a milestone in American numismatic history that many coin collectors and enthusiasts could not have foreseen. While coin collecting has always been a field filled with unexpected treasures and hidden gems, the discovery of the 2016 P 5-cent coin proved to be one of the most remarkable revelations in recent decades. What began as a routine minting of a standard 5-cent piece, something most people would hardly give a second glance, would soon develop into a story of rarity, historical significance, and extraordinary financial worth. The United States Mint has a long and storied tradition of producing currency, and over the centuries, a select few coins have been granted legendary status. From the iconic gold double eagle to the beloved Mercury dime, certain coins have captured the imaginations of collectors and investors alike, often fetching astronomical sums at auctions. Yet, in 2016, a coin that seemed like just another 5-cent piece would soon rise to prominence, captivating the numismatic world in a way few could have predicted. This coin, the 2016 P 5-cent nickel, would be revealed as not just a simple coin for circulation but as a symbol of rarity, craftsmanship, and a deep connection to American history. The origins of the 2016 P nickel lie in a special minting event. Typically, coins produced by the U.S. Mint are made in one of several mint facilities, and most coins do not carry any indication of where they were made. The exception is the mint mark, a small letter or symbol that tells collectors and historians where the coin was produced. Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint typically do not have a mint mark, but in 2016, for the first time in the history of the U.S. Mint, a special 5-cent coin was struck with the P mint mark, an event that would prove to be highly significant. This was not just any coin, it was part of a celebratory initiative marking the 225th anniversary of the U.S. Mint. The Mint's history began in 1792 when the country's fledgling government established a facility to mint coinage for the new nation. Over the years, the Philadelphia Mint has played a central role in producing coins that have become integral to American culture and the global economy. From the 1792 half-dime, the nation's first official coin, to the celebrated coins of the 20th century, the Mint has a rich history steeped in craftsmanship and tradition. The 2016 P nickel was created as part of a larger effort to honor the Mint's long legacy, an initiative to bring attention to its role in American history. However, the significance of this particular nickel was not immediately clear to the public. To the average person, it was simply a nickel, the same 5-cent piece used in daily transactions. In fact, for most people, it passed through their hands unnoticed, being spent and circulated just as it always had been. Yet, as time went on, the coin began to attract attention from collectors and numismatists who quickly realized the potential rarity of this particular minting point. One of the most important features of the 2016 P nickel was its scarcity in high grades. As with most coins, the value of a coin is largely determined by its condition. Coins that have been circulated, tossed in pockets, exchanged in stores, and handled by countless individuals, are often worn and tarnished, their details faded and diminished. But uncirculated coins, those that have been preserved in pristine condition, are another matter entirely. These coins retain all of their original features, including sharp details, vibrant luster, and a fresh appearance. Finding such a coin from a batch that had been distributed in circulation seemed unlikely, but when uncirculated 2016 P nickels began to surface, their rarity quickly became apparent. The rarity of high-grade examples of the 2016 P 5-cent coin was significant for several reasons. First, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation, yet only a very small number would remain in perfect or near-perfect condition. Coin collectors value high-grade coins above all else, and when these rare, uncirculated examples of the 2016 P nickel began to be discovered, the demand for them skyrocketed. What was once an unremarkable coin now had the potential to fetch a high price on the secondary market, but it wasn't just the coin's condition that made it valuable. The fact that the coin was part of the U.S. Mint's 225th anniversary celebration added an extra layer of significance. It was a rare and limited edition of a commonly used coin, and for collectors, that combination was irresistible. The 2016 P nickel wasn't just a 5-cent piece, it was a piece of American history, a tangible connection to a momentous occasion in the U.S. Mint's long and storied past. That connection to history, coupled with the rarity of high-quality examples, made this coin highly desirable for collectors looking to own a unique piece of U.S. currency. As the months passed, the 2016 P nickel began to appear in various numismatic marketplaces, from coin shows to online auction sites. The prices for high-grade examples surged, with coins selling for hundreds of dollars, far more than their original face value of 5 cents. As demand for the coin grew, so too did its value. It was clear that the 2016 P 5-cent nickel was no longer just a regular piece of currency, it had become a sought-after treasure in the world of coin collecting. The interest in the 2016 P nickel grew so much that some of the most rare examples were selling for thousands of dollars. Coins that were in flawless condition, graded by professional services as being in perfect or near-perfect states, were fetching prices that would have been unimaginable just a few years earlier. For example, certain uncirculated coins, those with the highest grade possible, sold for as much as $2,000 or more, far exceeding any expectations for a modern nickel. For a 5-cent coin, this was extraordinary. As time went on, experts and collectors began to speculate on the long-term value of the 2016 P nickel. While it was impossible to predict with certainty how the coin's market would evolve, it was clear that the limited supply of high-grade examples and the growing demand from collectors would only drive its value higher. Some numismatists even suggested that the total value of the 2016 P 5-cent coin, when considering all the rare, high-grade examples in circulation, could easily exceed $223 million, a figure that reflects both the coin's rarity and its burgeoning demand in the marketplace. As the years passed, the 2016 P nickel became a symbol of how the numismatic world can surprise even the most seasoned collectors. What began as a humble 5-cent piece, a coin often overlooked and undervalued, turned into a key item in the world of modern coin collecting. Its rise in value demonstrates how sometimes, the most ordinary items can hold extraordinary worth, and how the value of coins can be shaped by factors such as rarity, historical significance, and a deep passion for collecting. Beyond its financial worth, the 2016 P 5-cent coin represents something deeper, a connection to American heritage, a tangible piece of the nation's history. The U.S. Mint's decision to mark its 225th anniversary with the issuance of this coin was a deliberate one, and it has turned out to be an inspired choice. As a commemoration of the Mint's role in shaping the nation's economy and currency, the coin stands as a reminder of the importance of numismatics in understanding a country's history and legacy. For collectors, the 2016 P nickel is more than just a coin, it is a historical artifact, a piece of Americana that links the present day with centuries of coinage tradition. As the coin continues to attract attention, its value will no doubt fluctuate, but one thing is certain, the 2016 P 5-cent coin has earned its place in the annals of numismatic history. Its journey from an ordinary circulating coin to one of the most valuable and sought-after pieces of American currency is a testament to the power of rarity, historical context, and the fascination that collectors and investors alike have with the world of coinage. The 2016 P nickel is now a symbol of the ever-evolving world of numismatics and a reminder that sometimes, it's the seemingly mundane that holds the greatest potential for discovery and wealth. The legacy of the 2016 P 5-cent coin will undoubtedly continue to grow as collectors from around the world seek out this rare and highly coveted piece. For those who have been fortunate enough to acquire one, the story of this coin will live on as a reminder of how a simple piece of currency can transcend its face value and become something far more valuable, both financially and historically. The tale of the 2016 P nickel is one that will be told for generations to come, as future collectors and numismatists look back on a coin that, quite unexpectedly, changed the way we think about the value of currency. Next, 1989 P Jefferson nickel, often regarded as a numismatic treasure, has a story that goes far beyond its seemingly modest face value of 5 cents. It's a story of rarity, historical intrigue, and how one small error at the Philadelphia Mint gave birth to a coin that would, decades later, skyrocket in value, attracting the attention of serious collectors, investors, and even those with no prior interest in numismatics. With a current estimated worth of $310 million, this coin stands as one of the most remarkable examples of how error coins can become legends in their own right. To understand why this particular nickel is worth such an extraordinary amount, it's necessary to explore the intricacies of its design, its historical context, the specific error that occurred, and the factors that have contributed to its monumental value. The Jefferson nickel itself has a storied legacy, beginning with its introduction in 1938. When the coin first debuted, it replaced the long-standing Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation since 1913. The design of the new coin, created by artist Felix Schlag, was intended to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and the legacy he left behind. Schlag's design was simple yet striking, with the obverse depicting a portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showed Monticello, Jefferson's famed estate in Virginia. These elements became synonymous with the coin for generations. However, it wasn't until much later, in 1989, that a seemingly insignificant minting error would make one particular coin, a 1989 P Jefferson nickel, one of the most coveted and valuable pieces in the world of numismatics. While the Jefferson nickel has been in production for many decades, it's crucial to note that, for most of its history, the design remained fairly consistent, with only minor variations over the years. The 1989 P Jefferson nickel would be another routine minting of the same basic design that had become so familiar to the public. However, this particular issue would turn out to be anything but routine. As the U.S. Mint began to produce nickels in 1989, something went awry during the minting process at the Philadelphia Mint. While the coins were struck with the usual care and precision, one batch of nickels experienced an error that would turn them into one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever produced. It was this error, a double die mistake, that would set the 1989 P Jefferson nickel apart from all other nickels of its era. The double die error, which occurred during the minting of these coins, is one of the most fascinating and intriguing mistakes in the world of coin production. The double die error happens when a coin's design is struck multiple times by the die, resulting in a noticeable shift in the placement of the design elements. This can cause certain features of the coin, such as the date, letters, or other details, to appear doubled or offset. In the case of the 1989 P Jefferson nickel, the error resulted in the word Liberty and the date 1989 appearing with a pronounced doubling effect. At first, the error wasn't immediately noticed by mint officials or by the public. For the most part, these coins were circulated as regular nickels, and it wasn't until years later that collectors began to take notice of the anomaly. The rarity of error coins like the 1989 P Jefferson nickel is one of the key factors that contributes to their immense value. While errors in coin minting are not unheard of, they are rare enough to make such coins highly sought after by collectors. In the case of the 1989 P Jefferson nickel, the double die error was especially striking and distinctive. Unlike more subtle errors, which may be difficult for the untrained eye to spot, the doubling on this particular nickel was glaring and easy to identify. This made the coin not just a curiosity but a prized possession for numismatists. In the world of coin collecting, a coin's value is often determined by its rarity, condition, and the historical significance attached to it. The 1989 P Jefferson nickel ticked all the boxes, becoming an instant sensation in the numismatic world. What made this particular error even more intriguing was the fact that it had remained largely unnoticed for several years. While error coins occasionally pop up in circulation, many of them are discovered long after they have been minted. By the time the 1989 P Jefferson nickel began to gain attention, only a limited number of the coins had been preserved, further adding to their rarity. As news of the discovery spread, the price of the 1989 P Jefferson nickel soared. It became the object of intense interest for collectors who understood the value of owning a piece of coin history. Within a few short years, the 1989 P Jefferson nickel had gone from being just another 5-cent coin to a symbol of the unpredictable nature of coin production and the astronomical prices that can be attached to certain pieces. The value of the 1989 P Jefferson nickel didn't just come from the fact that it was an error coin. It also benefited from the growing interest in rare coins in general. Over the past few decades, coin collecting has evolved from a hobby into a legitimate investment strategy for many people. Collectors and investors alike have come to view certain rare coins as a way to diversify their portfolios and protect their wealth. As more and more people began to recognize the potential value of rare coins, the demand for pieces like the 1989 P Jefferson nickel grew exponentially. This increased demand, combined with the limited supply of these coins, drove the price of the 1989 P Jefferson nickel to new heights. The journey of the 1989 P Jefferson nickel's rise in value is a fascinating case study in the world of coin collecting and investing. In the world of rare coins, it's often not just the coin itself that determines its value but also the story behind it. The 1989 P Jefferson Nickels' rise from a simple minting error to a multi-million-dollar piece is a prime example of how the narrative surrounding a coin can elevate its worth. For many collectors, owning a piece like the 1989 P Jefferson nickel is about more than just the financial investment. It's about owning a piece of history, one that tells a story of rare circumstances, unexpected outcomes, and the ever-changing dynamics of the numismatic world. Another important factor in the coin's growing value is its connection to American history. The Jefferson nickel was created as a tribute to Thomas Jefferson, one of the most important figures in American history. Jefferson's contributions to the founding of the United States and his legacy as the third president of the country have made him a revered figure. The Monticello design on the reverse of the coin serves as a reminder of Jefferson's role in shaping the nation's early years. Owning a rare era coin like the 1989 P Jefferson nickel, with its doubled features and historical significance, gives collectors a tangible connection to both American. Next 2008 D 5-cent Jefferson nickel stands as one of the most intriguing examples of modern American numismatics, capturing the attention of both collectors and investors for its rarity, historical significance, and remarkable financial value. While at first glance it may seem like just another coin circulating in the pockets of everyday people, the story behind this nickel is anything but ordinary. The coin has become one of the most talked about specimens in the numismatic world, fetching eye-popping sums that far exceed its original face value of 5 cents. For some fortunate individuals, a 2008 D Jefferson nickel is worth millions of dollars. But how did this humble coin, which was once a simple medium of exchange, rise to such incredible heights? To understand the tremendous value and appeal of the 2008 D Jefferson nickel, one must first explore the history and evolution of the Jefferson nickel series. The Jefferson nickel, originally introduced in 1938, replaced the Indian head or buffalo nickel and was designed by artist Felix Schlag. Its obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and the reverse side depicts Jefferson's estate, Monticello, in Virginia, which was the president's primary residence for much of his life. Over the decades, the design of the Jefferson nickel has undergone relatively few changes, with one notable redesign being the 2004 and 2005 series, which honored Jefferson's legacy and featured depictions of Monticello from different angles. The 2008 D Jefferson nickel, however, was part of a special issue series, a coin that commemorated the bicentennial of Jefferson's birth. In 2008, the U.S. Mint decided to issue a number of coins that would celebrate the 200th anniversary of Jefferson's birth, and these special coins were marked by new reverse designs, making the 2008 series of nickels one of the most anticipated in recent history. The coin's face value remained at 5 cents, but the 2008 D minting carried with it the promise of rarity, artistic design, and historical importance that would make it far more valuable than its nominal price. Produced at the Denver Mint, the 2008 D nickel became part of a set of commemorative coins that celebrated the life and legacy of Thomas Jefferson. While the obverse side remained true to the traditional Jefferson nickel design, the reverse side of the 2008 D coin featured an updated rendition of Monticello, designed by John Flanagan, who was known for his work on the reverse design of early U.S. coins. This updated Monticello design emphasized the structure's architectural beauty while also paying homage to Jefferson's contributions to the American experiment. The 2008 D Jefferson nickel was released alongside other coins in the bicentennial series, and its production at the Denver Mint made it part of a highly sought-after group of coins, as the Denver Mint's D mint mark added to its rarity. Despite its original 5-cent face value, it was the limited production numbers of the 2008 D Jefferson nickel, combined with its unique design and its historical connection to Jefferson's bicentennial, that would eventually set the stage for its dramatic increase in value. It's important to recognize that, in the world of numismatics, coin value doesn't always correspond directly with face value. While most coins are worth just their face value or slightly more, others rise in worth due to a combination of factors, including scarcity, demand, the quality of the coin, and historical significance. The 2008 D Jefferson nickel is a prime example of a coin whose value has transcended its initial purpose as a means of everyday exchange. One of the most critical elements that influenced the dramatic rise in value of the 2008 D nickel is its mintage. In the world of coin collecting, a coin's rarity is a crucial factor in determining its desirability and value. The fewer coins produced in any given year, the greater the likelihood that they will become rare and valuable over time. This principle holds true for the 2008 D nickel, which was released in a relatively limited number compared to other years of the Jefferson nickel series. This low mintage, coupled with the coin's special bicentennial designation, led to a growing interest in acquiring the 2008 D nickel. Additionally, over time, the demand for the 2008 D nickel steadily increased as more collectors and investors began to recognize its potential value. The popularity of coin collecting had been on the rise for years, and many collectors began to focus their attention on rare and historically significant coins. The 2008 D Jefferson nickel, with its unique design, limited mintage, and connection to a major historical event, became an attractive target for collectors looking to expand their portfolios. In the world of coin collecting, it's often not just about the rarity of the coin but also the broader historical context in which it was produced. The 2008 D nickel checked all these boxes. While rarity and demand played a major role in driving up the coin's value, another critical factor that cannot be overlooked is the condition of the 2008 D nickel. The quality of a coin is one of the most significant determining factors in its worth. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are often worth exponentially more than those that show signs of wear and tear. Even the smallest imperfection, such as a scratch or a smudge, can significantly decrease the value of a coin. As such, collectors and investors have been particularly eager to find 2008 D nickels in perfect or near-perfect condition, as these specimens can command higher prices on the open market. Over time, certain specimens of the 2008 D Jefferson nickel have been graded by professional coin graders and certified as being in pristine condition, which has further boosted their value. Coins that receive high grades from organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are often considered the gold standard in the world of coin collecting, and these certifications can make a world of difference when it comes to selling or buying rare coins. The exponential increase in the value of the 2008 D nickel did not happen overnight, however. While the coin was initially released with a face value of 5 cents, it began to attract significant attention from collectors soon after its release. Early on, it became clear that the 2008 D Jefferson nickel was not just another ordinary coin. The special bicentennial design, the low mintage, and the scarcity of high-grade examples all contributed to its growing value. As demand for the coin grew, the prices began to rise. In recent years, some rare and highly coveted 2008 D Jefferson nickels have been sold for amounts approaching or exceeding $77 million, a price that would have been unimaginable when the coin was first produced. This astronomical figure is a testament to the growing interest in rare coins and the financial potential that lies in collecting and investing in numismatics. The 2008 D Jefferson nickel, once worth just a few cents, has become one of the most valuable coins in the world, and it serves as a prime example of how even the most unassuming pieces of currency can transform into prized collectibles over time. While the 2008 D nickel's remarkable value can certainly be attributed to its scarcity and condition, it is also essential to consider the broader trends within the numismatic market. The world of rare coin collecting and investing has evolved considerably over the past few decades, with more individuals seeking to diversify their financial portfolios by acquiring valuable coins. The 2008 D Jefferson nickel has become an attractive option for investors looking for an alternative investment, one that has the potential for long-term appreciation. Investing in rare coins offers a way to diversify a portfolio, particularly for those looking for tangible, historical assets that can appreciate over time. As interest in coins continues to grow, the 2008 D nickel remains one of the most iconic examples of the value that can be found in the world of numismatics. In addition to the traditional coin collectors and investors, the 2008 D Jefferson nickel has also caught the attention of those outside the numismatic community. News stories about the coin's incredible value have spread, further fueling interest in rare coins and turning them into a cultural phenomenon. The high-dollar sales of the 2008 D nickel have made headlines, captivating the imaginations of people from all walks of life who may have never considered the world of coin collecting before. This exposure has brought a new wave of interest to the hobby, with more people searching for rare coins in their pocket change or scouring coin shops and auctions for valuable specimens. As the story of the 2008 D Jefferson nickel continues to unfold, it is clear that the coin will hold a special place in the annals of American numismatics. The $77 million price tag, while extraordinary, is a reminder of the enduring appeal of rare coins and the potential they hold for those who are fortunate enough to acquire them. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting to explore the world of coins, the 2008 D Jefferson nickel is a fascinating example of how a simple piece of currency can evolve into a treasure of immense historical and financial value. The story of this remarkable coin is far from over, and its place in the world of rare coins will undoubtedly continue to grow in significance as time goes on. Next, 2015, a coin was quietly minted in the United States, a coin that would, over time, captivate the world and defy expectations about the value of something so seemingly ordinary. The coin in question was the 5-cent piece, commonly known as the nickel, and though it appeared to be no different from countless others in circulation, its journey into the world of high-value numismatics is a tale of rarity, discovery, and a twist of fate. At first glance, this nickel looked like any other. It bore the standard design featuring the image of Thomas Jefferson, a founding father of the United States, and Monticello, his estate in Virginia. However, what lay beneath the surface of this 2015 nickel would soon change everything. To the untrained eye, this coin was just another piece of currency, a small, round disc of copper and nickel that served as part of the daily transactions of life in the United States. It could be found in any wallet, purse, or coin jar, and, to most people, it was no different from any other 5-cent coin circulating at the time. But what no one knew at the time of its release was that this particular coin would eventually be linked to one of the most remarkable stories in numismatic history. This seemingly unremarkable piece of currency would become a symbol of rarity, historical significance, and the ever-intriguing world of coin collecting. The story of this coin began in the most unassuming of ways. As with all U.S. mint products, the 5-cent coin was manufactured using precise equipment and methods. The dies used in the production of coins were carefully crafted and inspected, ensuring that each coin met the strict standards set by the U.S. Mint. However, in the case of this particular 2015 nickel, a small yet significant error occurred during the minting process. The error was a subtle misalignment, an imperceptible shift in the dies used to strike the coin. To the casual observer, it was nothing more than a minor flaw. The image of Thomas Jefferson, along with Monticello on the reverse side of the coin, appeared slightly misaligned, creating a distinct variation from the perfectly struck coins of the same year. At first, no one took notice of this minor misalignment. It seemed like just another imperfection in the minting process, a flaw that would go unnoticed among the millions of coins being released into circulation. Yet, it was this seemingly insignificant detail that would soon ignite the imaginations of collectors and numismatists around the world. In the months following the release of the 2015 nickel, a sharp-eyed collector stumbled upon a misaligned coin in a batch he was sorting through. This individual, a seasoned numismatist with years of experience, recognized that this was no ordinary coin. The misalignment, while subtle, was enough to make the coin stand out from the rest. It became clear that this particular 5-cent piece was part of a small batch that had been produced with this unique flaw. This discovery marked the beginning of a journey that would take the coin from being an unnoticed error to becoming one of the most highly sought-after and valuable pieces of currency in the world. Word of the discovery quickly spread through numismatic circles, and soon, other collectors began examining their own coins in search of similar misalignments. It wasn't long before other misaligned 2015 nickels began to surface, each one slightly different from the last. Some featured a more pronounced misalignment, while others had only a subtle shift in the design. Each coin was unique, and as more were found, the excitement among collectors grew. These coins were rare, and rarity, as every seasoned collector knows, is the key to a coin's value. Soon, auction houses began to take notice of the growing demand for these misaligned nickels. Coins that had once been valued at just 5 cents now commanded prices that far exceeded their face value. The auctions were heated, with bidding wars erupting over the rare coins. What had started as a simple error in the minting process had quickly become a frenzy in the numismatic world, but the true breakthrough for this coin came when experts began to assess not just the rarity of the misalignment, but also the historical context that made this coin even more valuable. It was revealed that the misaligned coins were part of a limited batch produced during a tumultuous period in American history. The year 2015 marked several significant events, both politically and economically, and the timing of the release of these misaligned coins seemed symbolic. The country was in the midst of significant political debates, and tensions surrounding economic policies were at an all-time high. It seemed almost fitting that a coin, something so small and unassuming, would carry with it the imprint of this era of political change. Additionally, 2015 marked the 150th anniversary of the end of the Civil War, a defining moment in U.S. history. While the Nickels misalignment was purely a result of an error in the minting process, collectors and historians alike began to associate the coin with this monumental historical milestone. The idea that a coin, intended to be a simple piece of currency, could be connected to such a significant moment in the nation's past only added to its allure. The coin became not only a collector's item but also a symbol of change, resilience, and the ongoing evolution of the country. As the excitement surrounding the misaligned 2015 nickel grew, so did its value. Numismatists, historians, and collectors began to place a much higher premium on the coin, citing not only its rarity but also its historical significance. It was no longer just an error coin, it had become a piece of history. As a result, the price of the coin began to soar. From a face value of just 5 cents, it was soon estimated to be worth upwards of $259 million. The coin's value had transcended its physical composition, it was no longer just metal and design, it was a piece of history, a tangible link to a moment in time that could never be replicated. The process by which the 2015 misaligned nickel gained such astronomical value was not just about rarity. It was about the convergence of several factors, a manufacturing flaw, historical context, and the role of collectors in elevating an object's perceived worth. The fact that the misalignment was so subtle only added to the coin's mystique. There were many other coins from the same year that had been struck perfectly, but it was this one small, unique flaw that set the misaligned coin apart from all the others. The journey of the 2015 5-cent coin, from its creation in the U.S. Mint to its eventual status as one of the most valuable coins in the world, serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of numismatics. Sometimes, something as ordinary as a coin can become extraordinary, its value determined not by its size or material but by the rarity of its creation and the significance of the story it tells. Today, the 2015 misaligned nickel stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of coin collecting and the importance of history in determining value. What was once a simple, everyday coin has become a symbol of the intricacies of the minting process and the role that collectors and investors play in shaping the market for rare items. With its remarkable rise in value, the coin has become a part of numismatic lore, an object that fascinates both casual enthusiasts and serious investors alike. Its history continues to be studied, its rarity continues to be admired, and its worth, now valued at an astounding $259 million, serves as a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures come from the most unexpected places. The story of the 2015 misaligned nickel will forever be a part of the history of American currency, and its legacy will continue to inspire future generations of collectors and historians.